Don't you open up that window. Don't you let out that antidote.
Hey, what's up guys? Thank you for tuning into my channel, Gigi's Reality. I'm your girl Gigi, and we have to talk about this explosive premiere of Potomac Housewives that happened on Sunday. I can definitely tell this season is gonna be litty. But before we get talking about that, do your girl a favor, hit that subscribe button. It is free 99. I say this all the time, nothing we love more in America than free. Okay, so join the fam, all right? Don't be stingy, okay? Join the fam. It ain't gonna kill you to hit that subscribe button. All right, so let's get started. So this episode opens up with Giselle and her daughters. They're in the kitchen. Giselle got on these python-looking tights, and her children were ranking on her. They was just blasting her ass about these pants that she had on. And so her daughters are super cute. They're growing up, and they have, it seems like they have a really good relationship. And so she starts talking to the girls about, she needs to make up with Karen. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Giselle last year was being hella messy, and the fact that she's calling it jokes, oh, Karen can't handle these jokes, then I need to apologize. No, you weren't joking. You were doing the mostest. You wouldn't appreciate it if she was doing it to her. And you definitely cared more about the fact that her and Uncle Ben, as you like to say, were going through, financial hardships than you were supporting her about her family and, her parents passing away. So, so she decides to make these cookies and, she wants her daughters to help and stuff like that. Then she gets to start talking about Sherman. Now, Sherman has risen for the dead and he wants to get back with Giselle, and Giselle's, trying to decide whether she should get back with him or not. And because he had, as she said, communication issues, and she doesn't know if she wanted to handle that, but she is taking note that, her daughters rarely do like somebody, and the fact that, they really like him, she is taking that into consideration because she wants to find somebody who does get along with her kids. And that's understandable. A lot of times when people are dating, the last people they want to think about is their kids and if they're going to have a good relationship with them or not. All right, camera focus. There we go. All right, so then we see that Ashley is trying to spice it up with Michael. She, last year at the reunion, they, revealed that she had a miscarriage, and now they're trying for another kid. And she's pulling Michael out of bed, his old ass, blindfolding him and trying to be all sexy and putting whipped cream on and strawberries and chocolates and just a whole 9 yards. And she's like, oh, we've been in a better place. I guess he went on some like eat, love, pray retreat to get better. And then she's trying to be more healthy, wearing wool socks and eating walnuts and salads and doing casserole rubs. Like, she's doing the most, is trying to get pregnant, as she calls it, the holistic way. And I hope it works for her. Well, actually, no, it did, because she is pregnant right now. I just forgot about that. Yeah, so she is pregnant, so I guess it did work. And I still don't think the relationship is solid, though. They're definitely still going to have the same issues. And Michael's old as dirt. He's going to have a heart attack any second now. So their relationship, that age difference, I think it just plays a lot into it. And it did like a flash forward about, 2 months later, like he was going through the works in the media, and everybody was shocked to see that he was charged with sexual assault. So then we get to Karen. Karen is at this little mansion of hers with this Matt dude who's her assistant / publicist / lawyer from last season. He was holding all these positions, and Karen was like, Matt right now is the only real fan I got. He's really been by my side. I mean, Karen, come on, cut the BS out. Like, you ain't been friends with him that long. So, the fact that you kind of making it seem like he's the only one there for you is a bit much. I mean, you can pull back on that. So they're talking about, she's still doing this fragrance, I guess. She's talking about, oh, everybody's doubting me with this, perfume or whatnot, but I'm still going through with it. Obviously with her struggling with her parents passing, I do, feel sorry for her on that. And, she's like, Matt's just been there to support me and stuff like that. Well, here it is. Giselle's on her way trying to bring her homemade cookies. And, she called Karen's up and is like, well, I'm in your neighborhood. I want to check on you, la-di-da. Karen basically shut that shit down. She was like, well, I'm busy right now with Matt, got a lot of things, and our relationship ain't that great, but I mean, I'll accept your peace offering, I guess you want to call it. And she goes to the door. Giselle wasn't there, but 5 minutes later pulls up, and Giselle was like, look, me and my daughter made these cookies for you, and I just want to try and get this thing moving. Well, she was like, well, you understand, I'm not, I'm in the middle of something right now, I got company. She basically kicked her ass off the porch. And Giselle felt some type of way, because she was like, look, last year you were talking about, you should be beating my door down to see if I'm okay. And Giselle's like, well, I'm doing that, but she's not accepting it. And she has every right not to. I mean, Giselle, you did a number on her last year. Let's not forget that being messy is your favorite thing to do. Unfortunately, the Green-Eyed Bandit is a correct name for Giselle, because she finds too much happiness in picking at people and finding their weaknesses. And obviously, I think that's the sorority girl in her. But whatever sorority you're part of, like, you're no longer that, Giselle. So stop it. Cut it out. So here we are seeing Juan and Robin. They starting to get their little job back together. They getting their little smoochy doochy and all that type of stuff on. He done set up like a little masseuse session, and they're trying to get all intimate and whatnot. Robin's saying, I'm still flipping houses, but he's coaching and everything, so we don't have a lot of private time together. And here they are getting all sexy and stuff, and then they get to the hot tub, and Robin, finally announces me and Juan are finally official. Well, it's about damn time. I mean, I still believe he's out there having his cake and eating it too. Do y'all think that? Drop down in the comments, tell me what y'all think about Juan and her relationship. But, they start talking about, their previous relationship together and just how it was. He was like, I wasn't ready. Robin was like, I wasn't ready. I think we did it, out of obligation, having kids and stuff like that. And cool if you did that, but that still don't change the fact that he was cheating on you and having every side chick in the world on you. That don't change that matter. So she definitely needs to keep one eye open when it comes to him, because something about Juan, he might be a smooth talker and stuff, and you talking about y'all having sex like bunny rabbits. Well, he's being all nice to you because he knows that's what he can do to you. He knows that you'll accept all the flowers, the chocolates, and the masseuse sessions while he goes out and, do God knows what with God know who, okay? That part. And you're going to accept it because you've done it in the past. That's your favorite thing to do. And you love being in this limbo stage with him because he cuddles with you at night. And that's just kind of sad, Robin. Like, the fact that it took him this long for y'all to even become official and y'all was still sleeping together in the same house because you want to claim, y'all raising y'all kids. I mean, it's really pitiful, to be honest. But you do you, boo-boo. If you prepared to handle all that, then you like it. I love it. Okay? So here we are. Monique, she's pregnant again with her third kid, I think. And she's having just a handful with them. That kid was in there causing a ruckus. But I do like that she was being stern with him. Half of the time when we have like kids on TV, the parents are super soft with them. You don't really see like the black side basically of them, like telling like, you better put that down. And she was handling the right way. Well, she's in the closet, and her husband, I can't think of his name right now, was basically telling like, look, I don't agree with what you did with the whole Giselle situation. I really think you need to apologize to Charmin. She was like, yeah, I will. And in her confessional, she was just saying like, I wasn't being considerate, of Charmin. And if you don't know, last year basically Monique spilled the beans about Charmin's infidelity with his last wife. He got caught basically with a hooker in the car, and that's what ended his last relationship. And Monique decided to tell the streets, look, Giselle, you were the man who cheats and hires hookers and all that type of stuff. And that wasn't fair. I mean, nobody really would have known about it had Monique not said nothing. And that definitely, I'm sure, affected his, perception from people. And she didn't consider Giselle. Obviously, that would piss Giselle off because that's her man. And so he's like, her husband's like, him and Sherman have gotten real close because they work out at the same gym. They become buddies, and, it's really awkward for him. I get that. I understand for sure. So here we are with this situation that's probably going to be the most intense situation, which is Candice and her mother. Or actually, that is what happened. I forgot that part. Candice was sitting down with Chris, and basically talking about her relationship with her mom. Like, it's been super hectic and she's still in this uncomfortable position. And Chris is like, look, you can't always be trying to satisfy her. And I get that. He's like, you love your mom, but she's gonna love you regardless if you don't agree with her. And Candice like, I always feel like I'm letting her down. And because she takes care of me, I feel obligated, to be basically, she feels obligated to bow down to her mom because her mom pays for everything. Cool. But you gotta stop. And then you gotta quit with this crying. Like, girl, you are killing me. Every time you talk about your mom, you start bawling. Get some bass in your voice and cut it out. I guarantee if you just put your foot down, she wouldn't be doing this anymore. But here we go. That was the beginning. Let me roll back forward. So, Karen and Ashley, they get together. And, Karen's basically talking to... not Karen, Ashley, Karen and Candice, what's that girl name? Yeah, Karen and Candice. They get together and, basically Karen is, consoling Candice, asking her how she's doing. Candice is opening up all these, like, wedding gifts and stuff like that, which is cool. She got this blender, but she ain't gonna be no Susie homemaker. And Karen's wigs is getting better, y'all. She's got that nice little swoop to the side. Her confessional look was really good. The wig had edges and everything too. You can tell her money getting up. You can always tell like who's rising by the look of their makeup and wigs. You can always tell who's finally doing the upper echelon. And Karen is getting there. She might not be the grand dame, but she got some grand wigs, okay? And so she's talking to Candice and was like, what is going on? And she starts bawling once again. And Karen's like, you can tell me. So Candice basically admits, like, I feel like she'll hate me if, I do what she don't like. And the honest truth is, regardless, her mother is still gonna be her mother. She's still gonna love her as a daughter. She might be mad at you, but I mean, she's still gonna love you. And then here Candice admits, like, okay, the legitimate child that her dad had, she still has a relationship with. She's building a relationship with him. And she wants to invite him to the wedding. Well, Karen asked, well, did you tell her? And she was like, not yet. So obviously that is going to be a conflict when she finally does tell her towards the end of the episode. So she was like, look, you're just going to have to start living for you. Your mom can't control everything. Like, this is something you're going to have to handle. And regardless, like, she's going to love you, but you're just going to have to tell her, like, look, this is what it is. And I absolutely agree. Candice, put your foot down with your mama and then stop taking money from her because that's how she feels like she can control you. And as a person who comes from a family like of divorce and it being a little bit messy, I have been there, being in the middle and feeling like you owe somebody something because, they're your parent. I get it, Candice, but at some point, like, that is no longer your issue. So, towards the end of the episode, Candice finally sits down with her mom and basically tells her, like, look, you may not like it, but I'm inviting my brother to the wedding. And as soon as she said that, Candice, mom, basically wig could have fell off and blew back like she had lost her mind. This is your fault. Like, you gonna do this to me? And how you gonna be about that illegitimate side of the family? Like, that's gonna be embarrassing for me. How dare you embarrass me? Like, the whole 9 yards. And Candice was right, like, don't put that on me. That ain't, and she's like, I'm not putting it on you, but yes, you are. You are putting the fact that she wants to invite her brother over to the wedding, like that's her problem. That's not something that she did. And Candice was right, like, you can't be punishing him for something that he didn't do. Like, as a child, like, he had nothing to do with that. Like, the fact that your husband cheated on you. And then, I didn't know this was 40 years ago. This woman's still holding on to something for 40 years. And she's talking about, my family was embarrassed, I was embarrassed, and here you are, you want to bring it to the wedding, and how dare you do that to me? And Candice finally said, like, look, don't think about the money, don't think about anything else, think about me. And she was right. Like, and then the mom kind of fell back a little bit, but she got right back in her ass, basically was like, you're not gonna do this, and like, if you want to be there, then you don't need to worry about me and all type of stuff like that. And she's like, think about your guests. What's that going to do to everybody else? And Candice like, look, it's my wedding. It's my wedding. And she had to let her know, like, you seem to always keep bringing this up and it happened 40 years ago. And the fact that you are making it seem like I am not appreciative or I don't owe, like I owe you something is not right. And she's absolutely right. She's like, my mother's calling me selfish, but how selfish is it of her to not consider me in this situation? And the mother, at every time it's something that Candice does that she don't like, she makes it about her. She makes it about a whole relationship. Like, a homeboy has, this situation happened 40 years ago, woman. Stop putting that on your child. And I think Candice likes paying, Candice's mom likes paying for her, because at the end of the day, she knows that's how she keeps her in her back pocket. If Candice were to leave, and if Candice were to do everything on her own, her mother would no longer have anybody else to control. And I bet you what happened was, exactly what she's doing to Candice, she was doing to the husband. Because I'm sorry, she would make me blow a gasket being married to her. You can tell that she is super control freak. She don't look like she's worth anything, a lick in the bed. So, I mean, the husband went out and got him somebody that probably wasn't as intense as her, because she seems to feel like the world revolves around her, and it don't. So Candice finally gets up, she's crying, and the mom was like, them crocodile tears don't mean nothing. And the fact that she was so insensitive to say that just lets you know, like, where she's at, and she ain't never gonna heal from that situation. And it's unfortunate. And Candice, you basically need to tell her, look, you need to accept this relationship, or you're not going to have a relationship with me, period. And if she's willing to lose you over something that happened 40 years ago, then your mother's just selfish, and she's not, considerate of your feelings. And she feels like, oh, I give you the house and all this type of stuff, I'm willing to do whatever. And Candice was like, well, like, you don't have the right to treat me like crap, scathe me because, she does things for me. Well, stop letting her feel that way and stop letting her do it. You need to get some bass in your voice, put your foot down, and stop all this damn crying before I slap you, sis. Like, you need to cut it out. All this crying ain't gonna get you nowhere. That's the only thing that's bothering me about you, Candice. Like, if you're gonna be strong and buck up to your mother, that means you need to tell her, look, cut it out and stop crying. I mean, the crocodile tears, they gotta go, Candice. They gotta go if you want some results out of your mama. Because the fact that you're showing her all this emotion means that she still has control over you. So let it go. I'm sorry. If you got to lose that relationship with your mother, and then she'll come back to you when she's ready to stop being like bullshitting around with all this controlling fact because she got some money on you. And then just move out the house. I mean, Chris, at this point, he got to have something. Like, y'all can't keep staying in this woman's house forever. All right, Candice. I told you, sis. All right, y'all, so that was this episode of Potomac Housewives. Do you think that Karen and Giselle will repair their relationship? And drop down in the comments, let me know. What do you think of Candice's mom's reaction to finding out that the illegitimate son basically is going to be at the wedding? Was she selfish? I absolutely think so. What do you think Candice should do to fix the relationship with her mother and, get a different result out of her mom? Like I said, y'all, if you want to get a special shout out, drop down in the comments and put a heart emoji, and I will give you a special shout out on my next videos. And hit that subscribe button, become a part of the fam. This has been your girl Gigi. I'll catch you on the flip side.